All right, guys, welcome back to Mike Does Things. Today we're going about this video a little bit differently than most of my videos are, which is very little talking on my part and subtitles and just a walkthrough of how to do a thing. Um, so I ran across this article recently while I was reading the news like an old man, and it was on the New York Post, and it was regarding people in their 20s. So me, 24 at the time of making this video, and kind of this battle that's been going on among people my age group between living life like a grandma, or I guess a grandpa in my instance, versus living like a typical, say, college student or millennial or something like that, in the sense that you're going out partying and drinking and clubbing and all that stuff all the time. So I got the article pulled up here on my phone. We're going to read through this, and then I have a few comments that I'd like to make. We're going to go over some of the comments that were made on the actual article itself, and just want to see maybe what you guys think. We could have a little bit of a civil debate in the comments. I'd be more than welcome to make a follow-up video to this if anyone wants me to, and definitely have a discussion and see where we get. So the title of this article is Gen Z's Sober War. Hard partying Zoomers slam their homebody, boring grandma peers. Quote, I'm 20, not 85. So this stuck out to me because I'm told that I'm an old man all the time. Not because of how I look, obviously, but because of how I act. Um, I'd much rather be home than out clubbing, partying, drinking, whatever. And I just get more satisfaction and fulfillment of doing things around the house, or just doing things out in nature rather than in the city in a bar, where I'm not really getting anything out of it other than drunk and hungover and miserable. But we'll get into that. Let's read this article. Zoomers have gained a reputation for being old before their time, eschewing wild parties and alcohol in favor of sobriety and staying home. But some fed-up members of Gen Z, those born between the late 90s and early 2010s, say they're sick of wasting their youth and are now attacking their peers for being bores. This quote says, I hate grandma culture, lamented one content creator named Becca, who told other 20-somethings to, quote, sleep when you're dead. I just want to be feral in different locations in 2025, she wrote in a TikTok video. Another quote, honestly, I just saw a girl post a video saying I am too old to be clubbing at 22. Cringed another, sorry, 22 is a baby. For Gen Z, being homebodies has become the new norm. Some youngsters have boasted about abstaining from booze, drugs, and sex. On Reddit, older users asking where Gen Zers go to party were recently met with a harsh reality check. No one goes clubbing anymore, old-timer. A flurry of young people said that those who went out drinking were in the minority, calling clubs overrated, a waste of money, and not appealing. I'm exhausted and just want to be comfy on my large bed with my cats, lounging my expensive pajamas with a woodwick candle crackling on the side as I grandma away to oblivion, one person wrote in the comments. I want to be this person so bad, talking about partying, but I'm literally so sleepy all the time. The cultural shift has ruffled some feathers of their hard partying peers, who pushed back on the idea that clubbing is somehow bad and slammed people for being boring. Meanwhile, a millennial offered her advice, encouraging Zoomers to get out of bed and into the clubs. Do it while you're young, while you have the energy, while you don't get hungover as bad, and make those memories with your friends, says Jenny, travel blogger, in a TikTok video. She also argued that people in their 20s should party more. Meanwhile, another user who's 32 says she's still letting loose the same as she always has. I bet there's a charm in just like going for it, this person says. One other person on TikTok said, I spent my early 20s way too serious about life and never going out. But now my favorite memories are from festivals and late nights. Life is meant to be enjoyed. Grandma culture is only fun on occasion, but I'm 20, not 85. I want to live free. All right, so there's the article. I'm going to read a few of these comments, and then we'll get into some of my own here in a second. So this first comment says, what does a night out on the town cost anyway? I can tell you, as people have told me, it's a lot. Even just going out to eat, not getting any drinks or appetizers or desserts or anything, for two people now, you're looking at like $40, which is absurd. There's no reason it should cost that much money, which is part of the reason why I don't go out, because if I'm not getting anything out of an event or going to a place or something, getting something to eat, as far as like I'm not satisfied or fulfilled, I'm not going to spend my money on that. This person says, go ahead and party, but looking at the pictures, they'd be better off staying at home. Here's a picture of one of the users here. How about go out if you want or stay home if you want? It's not hard. Stop worrying about what your peers are doing. That comment stuck out a lot to me, just because I think as people of a similar age group, but also just people living in communities together, or really just in the country together, we in a way are concerned about how others live, whether it's because of our own judgments or because we want what's best for them, or maybe we feel like we're not living up to a certain standard or living the way that we should. Um, so I want to know what you guys think. Personally, I'm a fan of the, I guess, grandpa lifestyle, right? I'd much rather be at home doing something, working on a project, out in nature, appreciating the beauty and simplicity and things, which I know sounds cringe or whatever, but it's what makes me fulfilled. Um, and I think people would find a lot more true joy and happiness if they followed something similar, especially because I have quite a few friends who are still that partying every weekend, getting drunk, waking up hungover, feeling like crap all the time. And you can tell it wears on them, especially when you have personal, private conversations with them. They let it know, let us know, let me know how it feels. Um, and even in some social media posts like Snapchat stories, if you read into them, it can get kind of dark. And I think this whole party lifestyle has something to do with it. Lastly, I think it has an effect on your physical well-being as well, because I know a lot of people who are younger than I am by months to years and look much older than I do because of how they choose to live their life. And I understand that there's stressors beyond our control, and I've had those stressors in my life, believe me, and I'm not going to get into it, but they exist. But there's something to be said about doing everything you can in your power to address those stressors in a healthy way and continue living your life in a fulfilling manner that actually betters you, betters the people around you, be it that family, friends, at home, out in town, at your workplace, at your school, depending on how old you are. It definitely makes a difference. So I welcome a debate in the comments section, and I look forward to seeing what you guys have to say. And maybe, like I said, even making a follow-up video to see where we're at. But that's all I got. Thanks for watching.